BFTB. Let's fight the best. So, watch the replay. Demetrius Andrade versus the Keebler Elf. Demetrius Andrade will not beat Jamal Sharla, bro. Demetrius Andrade versus the Keebler Elf. That was it. I'm glad I went to sleep. All right, Demetrius Andrade got the win. He got the win. But his very own statement is that he did not even know who the Keebler Elf was. He had never heard of him, didn't know who he was until he signed to fight him. And that statement has a lot of validity, because the Keebler Elf is absolute garbage. They spent their, I'm listening, during watching a replay, they spent their entire time talking about what the Keebler Elf did to some other fighter. And that's why he's justified to be there. Because of what he did to some other fighter. Not his skill set. Not how good or bad the Keebler Elf is. Just what he did with somebody else. I've never heard nothing like that before. I've never heard people trying to justify a fighter before. I've never heard that before. I've never heard that. I've never heard someone say, oh, well, you know, well, what he did with this guy and what he did with that guy. They didn't spend not one time, not 1 second talking about his actual skill set. This Keebler Elf bum was legitimate garbage. Legitimate garbage. And Demetrius Andrade damn near went the distance with him. Demetrius Andrade showed zero skill. Zero. That dude, bro, he looked like any regular dude in a street fight. That's what he looked like. He had his head way down by the floor, throwing big looping shots consistently. That's it. No consistent jabs, no left and right lateral movement, no superior defense, none of that shit. He was just walking right at the guy. He had his head way down by the floor, throwing looping ass shots. That's it. At a fucking bum, at a guy who makes cookies. Demetrius Andrade fought a cookie maker. He fought a guy who came straight out the factory of making cookies. That's who he fought. And they spend their time bigging up Demetrius Andrade. Oh, he's so great. Demetrius Andrade is so good. Demetrius Andrade is not good. He's not great at all. He's just good. But every fighter in boxing is just good. There's only few that are great. Just like every NBA player is a good NBA player. And there's just a few that are great. There is every NFL player that is a good NFL player. You wouldn't be good. I mean, you wouldn't be good if you wasn't a pro. You have to be something to be there. You're not just, you have to be something. And the Keebler Elf was something. He was an average fighter, like hundreds and hundreds of other average boxers across the world. They're better at their craft than the majority of the public, but they are not good for their craft. They're just better at it than an average person. That's what majority of the boxers are. Demetrius Andrade is just good. That's it. That's it. Jamal Charlo will beat the shit out of this dude. He will beat the shit out of this dude. I am absolutely convinced Jamal Charlo will beat the dumb shit out of this dude. He will beat the dumb shit out of him. And the only reason why these people are bigging up Demetrius Andrade, the only reason why is their attempt to hate on Charlo. That is it. Their attempt to hate. I'm listening to these announcers, oh, well, Demetrius Andrade, he's so special. What? Based on what? He's so special by going that long with that type of competition? Y'all just killed Tank Davis. You just killed him for going that long with Gamboa, an elite. Gamboa who's the same Gamboa who rocked Terrence Crawford. Rocked him. Damn near stopped him. The same Gamboa. The same Gamboa that y'all say, oh, that's the best fighter on Terrence Bud Crawford's resume. Gamboa. Oh, Mikey Garcia ducked Gamboa. Blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. Who the fuck ducked the Keebler Elf? And you guys are out here bigging this dude up. Demetrius Andrade is so special. He's like probably the most gifted middleweight, blah, blah, blah. Says who? Where? I didn't see shit. I didn't see none of that. I didn't see any of that. What the fuck are y'all talking about? Break down his fight against the Keebler Elf and tell me where you saw special. He should have got that guy out of there in 2 to 3 rounds. In 2 to 3 rounds, that guy should have been out of there. If you are special, then in 2 to 3 rounds, that guy is out of there. In boxing, you do not get paid for overtime. If they don't belong in the ring with you, then you get them out of there. Bro, I don't want to... If I start seeing any videos of anybody saying that Demetrius Andrade is special, look what he did to the Keebler Elf. Look at this. Look what he did to the Keebler Elf. Bro, I'm going in. That was a shit performance. A garbage performance. And he was getting tagged. And y'all have the audacity to talk about Charlo and Matt Korobov? Bro, I think Chris Eubanks beats Demetrius Andrade. I think Chris Eubanks, the Demetrius Andrade that I saw last night, Chris Eubanks beats him. Yeah, the Demetrius Andrade that I saw fight last night, Chris Eubanks will beat him. Shit, I think motherfucking, who is it? It's not Conor Ben. It's not Conor Ben. It's some other UK bum. Some other UK weirdo. Some other UK dosser. Demetrius Andrade is just good. That's it. He's just good. That's it. That's it. That is it. Demetrius Andrade is not no super talented, God gifted, one of a kind middleweight fighters. What? He's just good. That's it. He's better than the average human being fighting. That's it. Just like NFL players. NFL players are better at football than the average human being. But in the NFL, there are elites. NBA players are better than the average. They're either better or taller than the average human being at playing basketball. But in the NBA, there are NBA elites. Like Kobe, LeBron, NBA elites. The Slim Reaper. You know, they're Ja Morant. There's several that are NBA elites. Now, if you took boxing and put it in the same category, then Demetrius Andrade would not be a boxing elite. He is just good. Demetrius Andrade is like Matt Barnes. He's just good. That's it. He's not elite. He's good. He's not elite. He's Rick Fox. He's good. He is not elite. But I'm seeing, well, Demetrius Andrade beats Charlo. He's so much better. His skill set is so good. He's so talented, so gifted. Probably the most elite middleweight fighting. So skilled, so talented. Where? I don't see it. And I'm tired of saying it. I'm tired of saying shit I don't see. So you motherfuckers tell me where Demetrius Andrade is elite. Jamal Sharla will beat the shit out of that dude. Jamal Sharla will beat the dumb shit out of Demetrius Andrade. He will beat the dumb shit out of him. And I'm sick of motherfuckers talking about how, Jamal Charlo, he turned down a deal. He ducked. He turned down a deal with DAZN. I'm sick of hearing that shit. I'm sick of hearing it. Demetrius Andrade turned down being his own boss to have a master with a guaranteed shot at Charlo. He turned that down, and nobody wants to talk about it. Well, Charlo, if you're your own boss, come to the zone and fight. Oh, well, you guys make a comparable offer. They made a comparable offer. The fuck you talking about? They made a comparable offer. Make this man a multi-millionaire, his own boss, and a guaranteed shot at Charlo, and he turned it down. The fuck you mean make a comparable offer and Demetrius Andrade can go over there? They made one, and he turned it down. The fuck you talking about? What are you talking about? What type of shit? What type of double talk is this? What type of Jay Sekulow, Donald Trump double talk is this? Yeah, make us a counter offer to the offer that we turned down, and we'll turn it down too. What the fuck you talking about? What are you talking about? Demetrius Andrade is just good. That fight was trash. That man should have stopped the Keebler Elf in 2 to 3 rounds. In 2 to 3 rounds, the Keebler Elf should have been out of there. In 2 to 3 rounds. There is no way that the Keebler Elf should have went damn near the distance. There's no way the Keebler Elf should have did that. But we spend our time talking. And this is another thing about my brothers that I don't like, bro. About my brothers. Bro, listen, bro. If we're consistent, you want to be consistent, I'm cool. I'm cool with that because I'm consistent. I'm consistent. But we need to have the same vigor. We need to have the same vim when we're consistent with the motherfucker that the haters hate. We're like, we go in on Tank. Little Tank, little Tink. We go in on him. We go in on that dude. Because he should have stopped Gamboa. He did stop Gamboa, but it should not have went as far as it did. It should not have went that. He should have stopped Gamboa in 2 to 3 rounds. But when it comes to Demetrius Andrade, we're just like, man, yeah, we got to be fair. We got to be fair. Demetrius Andrade, he's trying to fight these guys. We got to be fair. Fuck that. Get this nigga Demetrius Andrade the fuck out of here. Nigga, you had a smooth opportunity to be your own boss, to have a guarantee with Jamal Sharla, a guarantee. And to be a multimillionaire. You turned it down and re-signed with DAZN with no guarantees of nothing, and then start crying like a bitch, and then go all of these rounds with the Keebler Elf, a guy who's in the back, who's in a factory right now making cookies with stripes of chocolate on it. Right now, he went straight back to the factory. He is making cookies that are full chocolate on one side and stripes of chocolate on the other. That is his full-time job, and that is where he's at right now. I give this man 0 credit. 0. None. Fucking disgrace. Absolute fucking disgrace. This was trash, bro. And to have the audacity to talk about other fighters, bro. Other fighters and nigga, you are, bro. The zone is a setup. It's a fucking setup, bro. It's a setup. You're getting these guys to fight nothing but straight bums. Nothing. Straight bums. And then you want them to fight an elite, and they're getting the shit beat out of them. Because they're not ready. Because all they're doing is fighting trash-ass bums. That's all they're doing. They're not ready. Look at Tevin Farmer. Bum after bum after bum after bum after bum. Then fight Jojo Diaz and get washed. A guy moving up in weight and get washed. That's what's going to happen to Demetrius Andrade. Fight bum after bum after bum after bum. Have his head all big, thinking he's so great. Fighting bum after bum. Then he's going to fight Charlo and get fucking destroyed. BFTB. Shout out to the LDBC. And I'm out.